Good morning. Hey, it is another great day at fastchargeenergy.com. I'm your host, Jeff Ski Kinsey. And I want to talk about common sense. That uncommon common sense that says, give your head a shake. Okay? EVs, electric vehicles, are under a lot of, I wouldn't call it scrutiny because nobody's really checking the facts. They're just in the news because the uninformed, the low education voters, as Rush called them, people don't understand. Today in the podcast, I've got a picture of the Canoo, Canoo, and it's their van. And this is very distinctive looking, and that's important for a lot of reasons. But I fell in love with this thing. First time, it's like everything for me. The first time I saw the Spreaker XR4Ti, a sports car that Jackie Stewart helped design to some extent. Amazing car. Most fun I ever had in a rear-wheel drive vehicle, trying to put it through its paces on some great Ohio backcountry roads. It was simply awesome. I ended up having two of them, but very distinctive. First time I saw it, it had a dual wing spoiler in the back. I think my first one was an 84 or 85, I don't remember now. And then I had an 86 or 87, an automatic and a stick. But first time I saw one on the lot, and there was even a sign. It was Parkway. It used to be Parkway Lincoln Mercury, as I recall, Dover, Ohio, near the interstate, I-77. And they had a little sign that said Spreaker, which I guess was somehow Ford of Germany. Don't remember all the details, but I see this car and it's like, oh my God, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Well, it was like a year later I bought one, a used one. It was amazing. So fast forward to today, there's this great image on X of the Canoo van, and it is the first time I saw it years ago when I think it was an announcement that Walmart was going to buy a fleet of these. I thought, man, I probably said ugly. I'll say today I said weird. Well, guess what? It grew on me to the point where I actually ordered a Canoo pickup truck. Now, why did I do that? If you followed me at all on LinkedIn, maybe even some of my podcasts, I hint and sometimes come right out and hit you right between the eyes with the fact that if you're going to leave your backyard, okay, your neighborhood, your community, in an EV for any kind of trip, there's only one vehicle that you can buy. If that's a regular occurrence for you or something you love doing, you got to buy a Tesla. There is no other choice for you. You can't get there from here unless you're in a Tesla. So guess what? I did have a Tesla Cybertruck on order. And for 3 years, I think it was almost 4 years, for 3 years, they promised next year we're going to build them. Next year we're going to build them. Next year we're going to build them. I got tired of waiting. Plus, I was somewhere around a million on the waiting list. Okay, that's going to take a long time to get to me. And I didn't really want or could afford the top of the line, which is the models they make first. So it was going to be years before I ever saw one. And it's not a great pickup for me. But you know what is a great pickup for me? Because I spend, like most of us, I probably spend 95% of my time in my backyard. And the Canoo's going to be perfect for that. Anyhow, this is a picture of the van, and it's awesome looking. But the cool thing about the truck, again, great for my backyard where I'm going to use it, the bed has like a kitchen table extension, a pull-out. Hold on a second. Ambulance going by making a lot of noise. I'm not too far off the road at a McDonald's near a hospital. But this Canoo pickup truck, it's got this extension to make the bed 8 feet long. Now, how cool is that? That is very cool. So, anyhow, I said all that to say, think about what it is you're going to use the car for. I remember years ago when we were living in South Carolina, we would come back to Ohio. And when we first started making that trip for vacations or holidays or, whatever events, we were leasing a car at the time. So we would go to the airport on Hilton Head Island and rent a car and drive the rental car back to Ohio over 600 miles, do the vacationing or holidays or whatever, and then drive back. Okay? So if I need to go somewhere, the cool thing with this app called Turo, Turo, I can actually rent a Tesla out of the Akron-Canton airport and drive it to Myrtle Beach or wherever. But for all-around driving and a pickup truck that I can throw a motorcycle in the back and go out into the woods or wherever, and within the next 2 years, Nevi might actually make an impact. I mean, we have to wait and see. But the other cool thing is I can take a generator with me. I can put a generator in the back of the truck. So if I get stuck somewhere, I'll make my own energy. But anyhow, I'm going along to say, check out the Canoo. These vans are awesome, and they were actually the first to produce a drive-by-wire vehicle. Okay, they did this was it this year? No, I think it was late last year out of Georgia. I think they had an engineering team put together a number of prototypes. I think it was last year. So they were the first with drive-by-wire. Elon Musk, I'm sure, saw that and said, man, that's cool. We got to do that in the Cybertruck. So that's my version, and my version only, of how it happened. Is it based on fact? Not at all. I just made it up as I said that. Hey, but if I can help advance your efforts, reach out. It's going to be just about as great a day as you make up your mind to make it.